run home? Can I just go home? God damn it, dude! What the fuck? God fucking damn it! How many... Do I need to add a death counter for this series? Holy shit. Oh, there we go. Hi! I finally remembered how to push the right buttons. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Hi, I forgot how to do this, I think. I'm also got to adjust my chair so I feel like a little man again. Okay, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello, how are we doing? Hey, Iggy, how you doing, my friend? I see you. You claimed a worm, didn't you? You got yourself a nice little worm there. I'm proud of you. But welcome. I forgot to turn on all of the things that I can turn on. I was so I thought I was so prepared to stream today, but it turns out I super wasn't. Give me just a second to fix some shit. We'll be all right. But how you doing, Iggy? It's been a while. It's been a while. Welcome everybody. Hi. There we go. I just turned everything on. Things should be good again. Okay. So, it is stream time, and I am here and I am streaming. Hello. What the fuck am I doing? Christ, how have I forgotten? It's been a long time since I've streamed, clearly. I think my last stream was exactly a week ago, and I whoops. It'd be like that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been trying to stream more. It's been harder and harder to get into that streaming headspace lately. I need to turn that off. Sorry, I'm noticing things and doodads and whatever the fuck happening off screen. It's fine. It doesn't concern you guys. But what does concern you guys is the fact that, yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. I was trying to, but it's been harder and harder to find time for it and to find, be in a mental space for it. In addition to packing everything up and cleaning. You may notice, that has been changed. It's because those are the only decorations that are currently left up in my office. That, and I guess the poster on the door, which is just like a Halloween thing. Anyway, that's basically it. I got 2 posters over there, and that's it. And previously my office was just wall to wall with posters and knickknacks and doodads and what have you. So I have been cleaning and packing and fixing basically the entire time. Because I'm sure you guys are tired of me saying by now, I'm looking at moving soon. And that involves staging this house and getting it ready to sell. Which I have to make this room look as appealing as possible, because right now it looks like, well, I've also made this joke before, it looks like a teenager lives in this room. And it also looks weird because there's cameras and microphones and lights and stuff that I can't take down. Because this is technically my job. Have I made any money off of it lately? No, because I keep calling in sick, basically. Whatever. But we're here. We're here now, and speaking of sick, big news. Jesus Christ. I'm so bad at this now. What the fuck happened? How did I get so bad at this? I'm just talking to a camera. It's fine. Big news. I have officially been diagnosed with ADHD. And alongside that, my doctor has prescribed me some medication. Which, after fighting with insurances for about a day and a half, my doctor and I finally convinced them to let me have the medicine that I need. So I started taking it this morning, and boy, does it make me feel weird. That's probably why this stream is starting off on such a weird foot, first of all. And I'll explain it again and again as more people show up. But I feel so fucking weird. It's my first day on the medicine, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on things and adjusting. But it's very interesting to experience this, because I feel simultaneously extremely happy, but also extremely like nervous and on edge. And I'm hoping that my brain chemicals finally balance out somewhere in the middle, to get me feeling okay again. That's at least the goal. To kind of get my brain on some like normal shit, because I have not been able to fucking function at all. Really, for the last couple of months, it's been really bad, really hard for me. But now I'm on medication. It's called Vyvanse. If anyone wants to know, I am currently taking Vyvanse. I'm taking a 30 milligrams a day. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Day one has felt very interesting and very weird. I've gone from like feeling very floaty and like kind of elevated in a weird way. It's really difficult to describe because I felt like almost dissociative, but not in a bad way. And that feels like a crazy thing to say, especially to someone who doesn't understand what dissociation is and how that can affect your brain and your perception of things. But yeah, if you can picture that, but in a good way, that's kind of how I felt all day. And I felt this like, I don't know, this internal giddiness that's really hard to describe too. It feels like electric, kind of like just below my heart, right above my stomach, this like electricity in there that kind of tickles everything, that makes me feel a little bit antsy, but also excited and happy. And that's a really weird feeling to just have the, like overriding everything. Like the thrill, like we went to the mall today to just kind of hang out. We ended up eating lunch there, and the ride over to the mall, I was just like, I was so excited. And like, why would I be excited? I have no, there, it's just the mall. Like I'd be like generally excited, you know, to go to the mall and look at some cool stuff or whatever. But like, it was this like innate excitement and this innate energy that wanted to kind of burst loose. So it was very weird. A very strange, very strange things that I'm dealing with right now. But I'm hoping as the days go by and I take more of the medicine, it levels me off a little bit and I'm able to focus and do things more. That's the big goal. But yeah, that's kind of translated over into today, where like I was very excited to stream, and as you can probably tell by the title of the video or the title of the stream and the fucking, what is it fucking called, the category, that's what they're called. Of just chatting, I have no fucking idea what we're doing today. We're just kind of hanging out and winging it. I don't know. I couldn't pick a game, so I didn't know. The only game that I want to play, like innately want to play, is Baldur's Gate 3. And I know not everybody wants to see that, so we may end up transitioning over into playing that at some point today. We may just hang out and talk or do tier lists or quizzes or fucking whatever. I don't know. I don't really have a good plan for today's stream. If that bugs you, I'm sorry. But I had to get back on the internet and kind of re-engage in what it is to make content. I forgot to share the link to a specific place. Hold up. I got this. Give me a sec. Let me cook. Hold on. I gotta do a thing. I forgot to share links everywhere. Bam. We got links. We got stuff. We got spirit. Yes, we do. How about you? And as part of being on new medication, I know, just so like people aren't freaking out about me or anything like that, I know I'm drinking a Monster. I asked my doctor. She said it's okay, as long as, you know, I measure myself and, you know, be okay. Hey, there we go. That's what happens when you share the link to the right places. Hello, Mr. Tracking. Thanks for joining. Here's your worm. Take it. How you doing, buddy? I'm feeling fucking weird. But it's okay. I'm allowed to drink Monster as long as I, you know, take as long as I, fuck, what am I trying to say? I'm allowed, my doctor said it's okay. As long as I, like, take it easy and, you know, make sure, like, my heart doesn't get to, like, a crazy level, because the new medication can impact my blood pressure and my stomach and stuff like that, so I want to make sure that it doesn't, and I want to make sure that I document anything that changes or happens. I'm just trying to my best to live my life as normal while doing it, and that does include drinking Monster during a stream, because that's just what we do. So, anyway. How you doing, Mr. Dragon? It's been a while since I've talked to you. Whoops, I forgot you existed. Woo, documentating. Yeah, absolutely. In case you missed the news, which I don't think you did, I officially got a diagnosis for ADHD, and as part of that, I am now on new medication called Vyvanse. At the work still. Ew, you got a grown-up job? Ew, I'm gonna have to get a grown-up job soon. It'll be fun, though. But yeah, I'm on medication called Vyvanse, and I'm hoping those little son of bitches just help me with everything, and that's the goal. But today is my first day on them, and I'm feeling fucking weird. I've already described that weird, like, floaty feeling I've been feeling, and just like this general excitement in my chest. This like this guideless, formless excitement that lives inside me now. And I'm trying to figure out what that means and how to use that and how to, function as a person with that while my brain and body fight for the chemicals. So, it's very interesting. Yeah, time to get weird. Time to show you guys a picture of my butthole. I can't do that. I can't get that weird. Unfortunately. But yeah. So, yeah, part of that is, I have no idea what the fuck we're doing today. We'll probably transition into playing some Baldur's Gate at some point today, just because that's the only video game that exists right now in my brain. It's really good and really fun, and I've put like 20 hours into it, and that feels weird for me because I don't usually do that kind of thing. I'm also finding out slowly that I keep doing things in the wrong order. And locking myself out of certain quests and stuff. So I'm going to have to play this game several times to see how shit's supposed to actually play out, which is fun. There's also so much stuff that's just not known about it, because apparently a lot of stuff has changed from early access to the full release. So a lot of the like guides and stuff about how, certain options worked and things like that during early access are very different to the final product. So nobody really knows, if you take a long rest at the wrong time, if a quest fails or something, it's a lot of trial and error, and I don't really want to do that with these characters, because I like them. I like my little guys. Not necessarily our weirdo Creamus the banana that we made. I'm not really too fond of him. He can fuck off and, he'll probably get killed several times, so that's fine. But like my main guy, I made my man. I put a lot of work into creating him and making him cool. So I want to make sure, he gets to experience the full game. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of been my life for the past 2 weeks in general, is playing Baldur's Gate whenever I can, whenever I feel like I finally have time to do something like that. But primarily cleaning, packing, staging the house to make things look okay, documenting stuff to make sure that we get everything put together to actually be able to make the move that we're trying to make happen. We're in communication with a realtor, and we should be seeing some places this weekend up in the area we want to move into. Some places we've already looked at, and some that he's got. So that'll be interesting. We're looking up in the northwest-ish Denver area, kind of. So hopefully we can find something there. But also, in addition to that, hopefully our house fucking sells really quickly, because I'd like to get the fuck out of here. Love all my friends that are here. Gonna miss them a whole hell of a lot. But my god, this town sucks so bad, and I want to leave. There's just nothing for me here anymore. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh, okay, we're good. I sneezed. We're fine. Also, allergies have been acting up lately, which sucks. But yeah, I've been really, really fucking busy lately, and like I said, I'm sure you can tell because this is all different yet again back here, because I've had to put some stuff away and reshift everything, and get it all figured the fuck out to make it look good for pictures, and to make it functional, but also good enough for like if somebody decides to come through and walk the house to see if they want to buy it or whatever, it's got to look not crazy in here. So like my horror stuff had to come down, obviously. I don't know if I couldn't tell you how many people would be that excited to buy a house if it had a bunch of horror memorabilia stapled to the wall in one of the rooms with a camera pointed directly at it. So that's something that I had to fix for sure. But we got that. And then yeah, just getting this like getting diagnosed with ADHD and like my working with a therapist and stuff has been also a lot of stuff that I've been doing. That takes up a lot of time. Obviously, fighting with insurances to get them to cover my fucking medication was a pain in the ass. So yeah, I've been busy, y'all. I'm not just ignoring the stream for no reason. And yeah, on top of all that, like it's just really difficult to find. After all of that, it's really difficult to find the energy to be like, okay, now I gotta get all dressed up and turn on all my lights and pick a game and do the stream. And it's like too much when I could just sit down and hang out with my wife for a sec. So that's where my free time's been primarily lately. Whatever I haven't spent playing Baldur's Gate or re-teaching myself how to play D&D, uh, I have been spending just hanging out with my wife and trying to do things because she's also having a rough time. She starts her new job very soon, and that's not that's not an easy thing to do, especially with all of the other stuff that she's doing, like coordinating with the realtors, both of them, the one that we're gonna buy from and the one that we're selling with, and also the finance people. And yeah, so she's been having. I do my best to try and take the weight off of her shoulders, but there's a lot of weight, man. So things have been very interesting and wild in the Possum house for the last couple of weeks, and that's why I haven't been around as much. This is going to be the VOD for this is going to be extremely dated. As soon as like any of this ends and like we get the house or whatever, it's all going to feel very weird, this transitionary period. So yeah, not excited for that, but very, very nervous. And I'm hoping we're able to get it all figured out and worked out very quickly. I've basically run out of things to say. But I don't have a game lined up. Like I said, I think the only game that I've been like itching to play at all has been Baldur's Gate 3. If you have suggestions, please let me know. If there's stuff you want to see me go back to, like Fallout or, American Truck Simulator or something, maybe. I don't fucking know. I've been itching to get back into Phasmophobia since the new update, but like not enough to play solo for sure. So I should probably coordinate with some friends and see if we can play that soon. But other than that, man, yeah, just Baldur's Gate, man. It's so fucking good. It's hard to oversell Baldur's Gate 3. Because the more I like think about it, the more I like play it, and the more I see people talking about it, the more I'm reminded of how I felt when I originally played Dragon Age Origins. Which, if you don't know, that's a fucking phenomenal game, and at certain points in my life, it's a game I would have called my favorite game of all time, just because of all the story stuff. The gameplay was like okay in Dragon Age Origins, but the storyline and the characters and all that kind of stuff, like I fell in love with that world super hard. It's kind of unfortunate that that's all there is to it. Like there is Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition, but they feel like very different games. Whereas Baldur's Gate 3 seems to recapture that magic in a lot of ways for me. And I really fucking love it for that. I should probably write a video about it someday. I don't know. I should make videos. Probably. I'm probably going to have to make videos. Just thinking, because I don't know, like, when the move happens and that transition happens, I don't know how quickly we're going to be able to get internet back up to the new house. So it may be a minute before y'all hear from me in that regard. So maybe I should get some videos, worked on, started, and whatever. That's probably a good idea. I should write that down somewhere. I guess this is like a video blog. I can just watch this. Hey, me in the future, write videos and put them up on YouTube? Maybe? There's got to be a way to make money doing that. But I hope everyone's been doing okay. I know I'm trying my best, like I said, to keep y'all updated and in the loop in a lot of ways, but Twitter has become a hellscape to use, so I haven't been on there a whole lot. And I never really feel comfortable, like, info dumping in the Discord, just because, like, I don't want to be the only person posting in the Discord. So, like, it just feels weird when I'm, like, posting about shit and then everyone just, like, moves on and just nobody fucking like, I have no feedback on whether or not anybody has seen the information that I post there. So I have feedback here because you guys can chat with me live on the internet. So let's see, what else is there to talk about or to do? I guess, like I said, I could do a tier list or a quiz, or if you guys don't care, I can just jump into Baldur's Gate. Or if you, like I said, if you guys have any game suggestions, feel free to shout them out. I don't know if I can download anything new right now without fucking up the whole stream. It might fuck up the whole stream pretty hard if I try and download a new game. But we got a couple options. I got a lot of retro stuff we could try. Let me pull up my retro stuff and see if there's anything there that catches my eye. If it wants to launch, I guess. What the fuck is happening? Also, my computer's been acting up. Like, that's a whole separate issue. Like, that's a whole different thing. But my computer's been being really weird lately. Like, my stream looks incredibly laggy on my computer over here. But on, like, my previews and stuff that I have kind of set up in my whole fucking mothership area, it looks fine. So I have no idea why the preview here looks terrible. But I am also very excited. Why is it launching twice? Stop. You just need to start once. I also got very excited when I realized that my my speakers had a second input recently while I was, like, figuring stuff out and stuff. Because ever since I moved to my new audio interface, I haven't been able to play guitar through my computer just because it doesn't have the right hookups and blah, 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 blah. But I can actually hook up my old interface as well as my new interface and have my speakers play audio from both sources. So I'm really excited, and I can start playing guitar more. Exactly what I need during this incredibly stressful time of my life. More things to be doing instead of packing guitar. Hey, Tangy Pop, welcome to the stream, my dude. We're just chatting. We're just hanging out. We're just chilling. I don't know what else to do, so, we might jump. I've said it a million times at this point, but we could do a tier list or a quiz, or I'm looking at my retro games now, seeing if anything catches my eye, but nothing's really standing out, because all I want to do is play Baldur's Gate, man. I just want to play Baldur's Gate. So, anyway. Oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it? How'd your guitar lesson go, dude? Did you learn any new stuff? And we got a Capricorn seat here as well. That's incredible. Where are my sound effects? We need sound effects playing right now.
You gotta do what?
But you still had to say, okay, Mom.
I get you, baby.
Just a fucking cacophony of noise. Great, cool. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. How y'all doing? How you doing, Capricorn? It's been a while since I've talked to you, for sure. What's going on today? Not much. We're just kind of chilling. I got big news. I probably should have put it in the title or something. I've officially been diagnosed with ADHD, and I started my medication for it today after fighting with insurance for the last couple of days about it. So I'm feeling kind of weird, kind of spacey, kind of floaty, and I'm just kind of vibing and seeing what shakes loose, homie. Got through part A and B of the song, going to learn C before next week. See you next week, am I right? I don't know what that means. That sounds fun though. How many more is it? Is it like the full alphabet? Do you have to go through like part Z? Is that how long the song is? Because goddamn, that's gonna take a long time, buddy. But I've really been enjoying. I've really been enjoying the stuff you've been posting in the Discord, Tangy Pop. All your little guitar videos, they're super cool. They like inspire me in some ways. I'm like, oh yeah, I should pick up my guitar, and then I'd come in here and realize, oh yeah, I need to take down all my decorations because nobody's gonna want to buy my house if they come in and see horror memorabilia stapled to the wall. So. So that's been my week for sure, is just like cleaning and preparing and blah 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 blah. No one gives a shit. Hope I get through the ramp up on the meds. Yeah, they give you brain fog. Dude, that's like, I'm feeling that, and I've definitely felt like brain fog and dissociation and stuff like that before. But this feels so much different, and this feels so much weirder for me. I was trying to explain to my wife earlier, and I think the chat even a little bit earlier, where like I feel that like floaty dissociativeness a little bit going on, but it feels good instead of nightmarish like it usually feels. Like even the brain fog is like, oh yeah, usually like my thoughts are really cloudy, it's really hard to focus on any one thing, but right now it's a little bit brain fog, but like I don't know, it's okay. My whole like general vibe is like up. Like everything feels elevated. I had this like weird excited feeling in my chest for like the first half of the day. It's been very interesting. So I'm using the stream a little bit to document how I feel being on meds and how that affects me. And, you know, I can look back and be like, oh yeah, that's how that felt. Okay, cool, great. I can remind myself and also probably my psychiatrist and be like, hey, I have a fucking video diary essentially of how I feel. So yeah. Oh, we got ads going on. Hold on. Right, hold on. We got ads. Everybody got ads. Are they ads where everybody can see me? Maybe. Doesn't matter. We're just hanging out and chatting. Nobody's gonna miss anything exciting. I'm talking about having ADHD. I don't know. It is exciting to me though, honestly. Perfect timing. You need to restart Chromebook. Didn't get ads, but gives you a chance to restart. There you go. Restart your Chromebook, brother. Get funky with it, baby. What the fuck does that mean? Who knows? Get funky with it, though. Get down. Just really grab it and shake it up and put it in your pants. Like you do with soda. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Which I guess isn't different for me. I kind of never know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm much more like aware of like, oh, I'm saying fucking nonsense right now. Ad break has ended. My community is back. Thanks for telling me in the chat, guys. I actually do like that new feature. Thank you, Twitch, for integrating a cool new feature for me. I don't know if you guys see it as viewers, but I get to see it as the streamer when the ads are about to start and when they do start and how long they have to go. So that's really cool thing for me. But anyway, how you been doing, Capricorn C? Sorry I made everything very loud and terrible as soon as you got in. Oh, that certainly was a choice. But welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is happy and content. And my eye stops watering. I hope all of these things. But yeah, in general, I've been very busy lately, just prepping my house for selling and getting ready to buy a new place and figuring out what all that means. My wife's been doing all of that and also fighting with finding a new job. Or not, I guess not necessarily that, but struggling with starting her new job because she did get an offer letter and whatever. So that potentially starts up very soon, and I'm very excited for my wife. And also me, because she gives me some money too. And then I spend it on stupid stuff like cardboard and video games. Haha! It's fine though. It's fine. It's a great system we've got worked out where she gives me a bunch of money and I use it to pay some bills and also entertain myself. I've been reading The Great Gatsby over the last month for school. To be honest, it's not even that good. Fucking yeah. I didn't read The Great Gatsby. I didn't even watch the movie. I tried to read it and gave the fuck up. I also got it assigned to me for school or whatever. I think is like a freshman in high school or something. And I didn't care, and it was too old, and it was too long and too boring, so I gave the fuck up real fast. And then just kind of bullshitted my way through through the rest of that like unit of class or whatever by stealing other people's ideas and rephrasing exactly what the person right in front of me said. Because that's how I got through a lot of school, actually. I'm kind of surprised that I ended up with good grades. It must have been because I surrounded myself with smart people, honestly. Because, like, so much of my, especially, like, later high school experiences were, like, I'm not going to read that. I'm not even going to buy that book. I'm not going to do none of that shit. I'm going to pretend I did and steal their idea. We had a lot of like group discussions as a class, which led to me stealing a lot of people's thoughts about the book and what have you, and barely participating in the chat. But, you know, getting the gist. Like, I understand what books are about usually. I just haven't read them. I kind of got burned by like reading because like I remember in like elementary and like middle school, I really loved to read. Like, it was one of my favorite things to do. I would read books like crazy. I'd go through them super quick, whatever. But it turned out I only liked reading like the interesting books, like fantasy and stuff like that. So when it came time for like, okay, now you have to read Great Expectations, which is a book this fucking big because the guy was paid by the fucking word to write it, and it's about nothing. Enjoy, and also tell me what you learned about it. I fucking hated that shit. It was my least favorite thing. I fucking hated Great Expectations so much. I hate Charles Dickens to this day. Like, I would punch his fucking ghost. I hate that motherfucker. He wrote so poorly and so bland, and you can tell he was paid by the word. Fucking hated it. You didn't enjoy books until after school. Ironically, some of the books wanted you to read are pretty good. Yeah, there were some that I have gone back to and read, like Animal Farm. I've read. I do like Animal Farm, though I do think the allegory gets a little muddled. I mean, that such is the way of a fucking book that's supposed to be about a specific event, you know? Anyway, but I found that one really interesting. There was another one. I can't remember what it was now, but there's been a few. Some of the ones, anything by like Kurt Vonnegut is fun. I think I read Slaughterhouse-Five. Is that him? I think that's him. I read that one, and that one's really good. I think I like most of the stuff Kurt Vonnegut writes. Him and Ray Bradbury are really good. Fahrenheit 451's really good. Like, there's some great books in there, some great stories, but fuck, man. You had me start with Great Expectations? That book sucks. Like, that book sucks so hard. I never wanted to read another book for fun. Like, it was just bad. So heckin' boring. You gotta write a whole essay on it. School starts in 5 days and you haven't started. Time to find those cliff notes, baby. Or I guess that's me being old. You don't find cliff notes for books anymore. You fucking have ChatGPT write your whole essay for you, right? That's how you cheat now. God damn. The cheating has advanced so hard. First it was, get the cliff notes, then it was just Wikipedia that shit, and then now, just have ChatGPT write it. Fuck it. Only if you want a bad grade, though, because they'll be like, oh, this was clearly written by an AI, and this sucks. So, you really liked all the Wizard of Oz books? Well, the ones you've read anyway. Doesn't the second one get super dark? Like, super fucked up? I know the second movie does. Like, the second movie's kind of nightmare fuel. Which is fun. I like it. Procrastinated too hard. Dude, that is my life. They're all like that? Ooh, interesting. I might like them. Who's attacking me? Okay. Sorry. I got jump scared by my own alert. Hi, I don't know how to say that name. Juz Gabbis? Just Gabus? Sorry, I'm bad at this. Tell me how to say it. Welcome to the stream, though. Hi, what's going on? But welcome. Thanks for joining me. Hi, my name's Possum. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm usually playing video games. Today we're just hanging out. Just Gabus? Okay, I can work with that. I'll probably shorten it at some point because, you know, I gotta keep track of a bunch of names. But, you know, welcome. We usually play, you know, like horror games or whatever the fuck, but today we're just kind of hanging out and chatting. We might jump into some Baldur's Gate or something later. I have no idea. I have no idea what we're doing, but it's been a while since I've streamed. I haven't streamed for about a week, and it's because I'm getting my house ready to sell, and I'm moving soon, hopefully. So things have been hectic for me lately, but I'm glad I can make a fun first impression, I guess. But yeah, I've also recently been diagnosed with ADHD and started taking medication, so I'm feeling very weird today. I'm just trying to like figure out what it means to be on this medication and also stream and, you know, partake in my normal day-to-day life. So yeah, anyway, hi, welcome. Yeah, the follow jump scare got me so hard. And I have real jump scare rewards. You guys can actually jump scare me at any fucking time. I should have thought about this harder and maybe turn those alerts off. I don't know. Too scary. Can't handle it. Not me. I'll have to check out those books, the Tangy Pup, the Wizard of Oz books. I want to check. That sounds interesting, and I'm also interested in, like, the original, like, Alice in Wonderland books, like the Through the Looking Glass and stuff like that. I've heard those are really interesting, too. All I've seen are, like, the adaptations of Alice, like the Disney one, and then the Disney one, and then the Disney one again. That's all I really know about. God! Fuck! I can't deal with being flashbanged right now. Jesus Christ. You're so mean to me. How could you do this? That one's fun. I like that one. The Tangiabot stuff is really interesting. They keep adding new stuff too. I had to go through and get rid of all the AI voices that they keep adding because that's not my jam. But there's a whole bunch of new memes and stuff that they put on there, and I think that's really cool that they're dedicated to putting new stuff up so often. So shout out to Tangiabot. Tangiabot? Only God knows how to say it, and he's not here. He's not watching right now. Are you God? Okay. I think I'm ready. Nobody said anything about what games to play or anything, so I think I'm just going to go with what my gut's telling me. And what my gut's telling me is, hey, you really want to play some more Baldur's Gate. So I think we're going to hop into some more Baldur's Gate. And I'm sorry to anyone who doesn't want to see Baldur's Gate, but it's a really fucking good game, and that's what I want to play right now. So that's what we're doing. Wizard of Oz books are fun. And only thing you've read from L. Frank. Fuck! I saw it pop up in the chat. I knew it was coming, and it still freaked me out. Son of a bitch, Capricorn! How dare you? Only thing you read from L. Frank Baum, you think, is that, I guess that's who wrote them, I don't know. You also like Princess of Mars books by Edgar Rice Burroughs, but it is admittedly a very dry read. Is that the one that, like, John Carter was based off of? Oh, hey, Tangy Pup, you got a worm. There you go. Enjoy. Have it. Take it. Please. Take your worm. Eat your worms. Eat your vegetables. Yep. Okay, cool, yeah. That movie sucked. That movie sucked really hard, and I think it's really funny that they sunk a shit ton of money into that movie, and then it bombed. I think that's really funny. John Carter's based on his first few books are mixed into those movies. Okay, that's cool. I'm sure it works way better as a book in general, but like part of why that movie sucked is because you could tell that they pumped a shit ton of money into it to try and make it like the next Star Wars, and it didn't work, so they just bought Star Wars instead. And I think that's hilarious. I think the previous Princess of Mars movie with the porn actor is better. Okay, now I need to know what the fuck you're talking about. Princess of Mars movie. Princess of Mars from 2009? No, that's a direct-to-video thing. What the hell is that? Is that it? Hold on. I'm in a rabbit hole now. I don't know what any of this is. Princess of Mars movies. How many movies have they made about this shit? List of films set on Mars. That's not what I want. How many movies have they made? Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay. The Asylum released a feature-length direct-to-DVD film based on the... I guess I can have you guys see this. Why am I... Hold on. We can all partake in this adventure. Oh god, that's too close. Asylum released a feature-length direct-to-DVD film based on the novel titled Princess of Mars on December 29th, 2009. Is that the one you're talking about? I mean, I guess it has to be. It's the only other one. Whoa. Look at those fucking abs, dude. That's it? Hell yeah, dude. Speaking of movies better than their books, you really liked iRobot. The book seemed too sporadic with its plot compared to the movie. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think the book iRobot and the movie iRobot are kind of two vastly different things, but I think they both have merit, and I do enjoy the movie quite a bit, and not just because Will Smith's in it, though I do like Will Smith, at least somewhat. I don't know. Has he done anything bad? He slapped a guy once. That's fine. I don't care about that. I think Will Smith's okay. Cool. So this, I assume, this Antonio Sabato Jr. Whoa, you said he's a porn actor. He was on General Hospital, though? Modeling, acting, dancing, hosting, fucking politics. Who cares? Oh, not him. Okay, cool. Oh, her. Yeah, okay. When you said, I have no idea why I assumed... the porn star that you were talking about in this movie. I don't know why I assumed it was the guy. Weird. That's just how my brain works, I guess. Yeah, no, she seems... I gotta be careful scrolling through this, I think. Okay, cool. There's not a lot of images in Wikipedia. So, good. Cool. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Hey, Jazz is here and she got herself a worm. Late worm is true. I upped the worms to 4 because of how sporadic streams are being right now. So people can get a couple more worms out of things. But here's your worm, dear. And also, how was your nap? I hope you had a good time. You're still waiting for the damn Drist movie? They ever gonna make movies from the Forgotten Realms? Well, this is, interesting. I don't know what being a Muppet adds. God! To this. Hi. Supersonic racing. No time to look around. Alright, we're gonna go back to... we're gonna go back to big screen. Yeah, I'm still a Muppet here. It's fine. Cool. Thanks, Tangy Pop, for that rabbit hole. That's fun. No, but yeah, I would also love a fucking Forgotten Realms Drist movie. I don't think it'll ever happen because I think it'd be very difficult to adapt Drow to like in live action because without doing just like blackface because like nobody has skin tones quite like that unless you do something very specific. And I think what is it, Community had a bit about that where like the dude showed up just full in blackface because he was playing a drow. So like you gotta be very careful with with depicting Drist in a realistic setting like that. But I think it could be really cool. Drist has a lot of cool stories. He also has a lot of boring ass stories. There was a point in my life, maybe a couple years ago, where I like devoted to reading at least the synopsis of every Drist book. If I couldn't get my hands on the actual book, I would read at least the synopsis about it. And like, he does a lot of really cool stuff. I really enjoy the arc with the the whole Icewind Dale arc with like the Lich and the Thing and the little guy, the halfling guy, the thief. I really enjoyed all of that. But then after that, it kind of gets messy with this whole like Catti and Wolfgar stuff, and it gets weird. The Drist storyline gets a little fucky, uh, especially when it comes to like the other characters. You dropped off around Sea of Swords. Is that the one? Is that one of the ones with Jarlaxle? Jarlaxle? Never knew how to say it. But he's cool. The other drow with the big floppy hat. I like him. I like him as a character. He's fun and interesting. My friend, who is actually Mr. Dragon's wife, who comes in here, she won Bad Elf, let me borrow her like omnibus of the Drist comic books that she has. And it was super fucking cool to read through that because it goes through like the first handful of books, and it does a really good job of illustrating stuff and showing stuff. It's really, really cool, really interesting to read. So I read through that and then gave it back because I think it's very expensive. But very cool. Yeah. Capricorn, my wife Jazz is doing pretty well. She's very sleepy though because, like I said, she's been dealing with a lot of stuff during this whole us trying to move thing. So yeah, it's been rough on her for sure. Some ferrets with the Cleric Quintet books. Never heard of this series? What's it about? Ooh, we could do a deep dive on that. We'll start with, are you familiar with D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons? You're so sleepy, poor bear. You've been doing so much though. Like you painted the fence yesterday to make it look good for pictures and stuff. Like you've been so fucking busy. I'm trying to keep up. I really am, but I also I also hit walls faster than you do where like I can no longer do things and I have to sit. So but yeah, we can, let's see. Drist, Do Erden, bam. We can check some of that out, do a little bit of deep dives. You try playing it a few times? Hell yeah. So the series that we're talking about is I don't really know. I think they call it the Drist series now. Written by R.A. Salvatore, about a drow ranger and just his whole biz, like his whole thing. It kind of starts off feeling a little bit like a retelling of an actual like D&D campaign, but it kind of takes on a life of its own and fills out the lore of the Forgotten Realms, which is where it's kind of the generic setting for when you play D&D. Like unless your dungeon master has specifically went out of their way to make a new world, Forgotten Realms is just kind of this generic place where all of the books are written about and where all of the like mythos comes from and stuff like that. So he is a canonical character, but written by an author within this realm, basically. Same realm actually that like the game Baldur's Gate takes place in. All of the Baldur's Gate games take place in the Forgotten Realms because Baldur's Gate is a city in the Forgotten Realms, as is like there's like a whole other section like the Sword Coast. You've got a bunch of other places. Just yeah, they've it's taken them years, but they filled out this whole area for just adventures to take place in and what have you. And it has its own lore and a whole bunch of like canonical stories that have happened in the Forgotten Realms. If you're like, think like Skyrim, like how it has its own like set mythos and you can just kind of play around in it, you know, that kind of thing. But and Icewind Dale's another series that takes place in the same realm. Like anything D&D related is typically set in the Forgotten Realms. We should explore this because this is fun, and this was a hyperfixation of mine a couple years back, like I said. So this right here is Drist. Why is he so small? He's the same size. Be bigger. Okay. There's another popular setting you can't remember. There's a few. They've kind of spaced it out a little bit more now recently with fucking like there's Ravenloft, which is technically a different place than the Forgotten Realms. So like if it's like a horror fantasy kind of thing, like vampires, like Strahd and the Curse of Strahd series and stuff, that takes place in Ravenloft. There's remember one of your campaigns took place in Waterdeep? Yes, exactly. That's the other city I was trying to think of. I think that's on the Sword Coast. That's set in the Forgotten Realms for sure. How do I get out of here? What is happening? I don't need this. Go back. Okay, Cool. We didn't need all that. But yeah, Waterdeep is absolutely a place within the Forgotten Realms, that kind of thing. Fuck, I can't. There's a few other popular settings that they've like based video games and like source books and stuff on. There's Eberron, which is a whole other place. Where's like Planescape? Fuck, I can't remember. There's a few places that, but typically Forgotten Realms is like the default because it's kind of this like Eurocentric fantasy generic setting or whatever. But anyway, that's the dude. That dude was in the thing you played? Hell yeah. Yeah, so you probably played, I think, whatever's in like the beginner set, I think has Drist actually show up. So I think that's it. Yeah, if you guys played out of the like starter set box, I think that adventure has him in it. Did you fight like some goblins and shit like that? Anyway, yeah. So he shows up, but yeah, he's a drow. He's from the Underdark. He's a fighter, ranger, whatever. And he's got 2 swords and a like, what is it, talisman of wondrous power or some shit, in the shape of Guinevere, his panther companion. So she's usually in the form of a statue, and he like summons her kind of like a Pokemon. Essentially, I'm gonna make some real nerds cringe with that shit, but it's basically what happens. But like there's a whole lot of shit to it. This is the guy that writes it. This fucking dork. Look at him. Look at his bowl cut having ass. Love you, R.A. Salvatore. We actually had a quote from one of his books in our vows, in our wedding. So, aka Bob. Big Bob, yeah. Found some reanimated skellies and some kobolds. Hell yeah. So you know quite a bit about D&D, it sounds like. You at least, you gave it like a solid shot at the very least. But yeah, he's in games like Baldur's Gate 2. He's in Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. He's in a lot of the games. I don't think he's in the newest Baldur's Gate. I think Baldur's Gate 3, the one I'm currently obsessed with, forgoes Drist in favor of Minsk and Boo, who is a more specifically Baldur's Gate character, which we can talk about him later. I know less about him, though I love him and his miniature giant space hamster. But yeah, so like there's a whole like kind of empire of media built around this dude. There's a shit ton of books, like the Icewind Dale trilogy, which I think is really good. The Dark Elf trilogy is like a prequel to that. Dark Elf trilogy is very good. Legacy of the Drow series, I don't remember, but the Paths of Darkness series, like there's like 40 fucking books. Pickle Boulder Shoulder, who the fuck is that? What is that? Now I gotta look that up. Is that just oh, no, it is a guy. Okay. Huh. Something. Okay, it's somebody. Oh, the Cleric Quintet. Okay. One of the Dwarven brothers, Ivan and Pickle Boulder Shoulder. Cute. You have the Player's Guide and the Monster's Handbook. D&D's so cool. Hell yeah. I fucking love D&D. I've definitely talked about this before, especially since we've been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate. A few years ago, my friends and I, and my wife and everybody, we started a D&D podcast. So if you guys want to hear me Dungeon Master for a D&D podcast, you're more than welcome to check out Bard Time Stories. That's BARD Time Stories on YouTube, I think is the only place left because we got rid of the podcast subscription. Anyway, tried making that work. Kind of lost a lot of steam, and then the pandemic hit. So I lost a lot of interest. But prior to that, I really, really, really wanted to write adventures and stuff for D&D. Like, I wanted to work for Wizards of the Coast. And I think at a couple points I applied and wrote like short snippets of stories and stuff and plot hooks to throw at them and see, you know, if anything worked and if they wanted to hire me. That's what I wanted to do. For a while there, but then like I said, the pandemic hit, I stopped being able to play with people, and then it just kind of snowballed into, up until recently I hadn't thought about D&D for like 2 years. Like I didn't really care anymore, but the Baldur's Gate game really reignited everything, and right now I'm currently writing a new one-shot to play with some friends this Sunday actually, which will be the first time I've ran a game in like 4 years. So it's yeah. I don't know. I love D&D, and I'm very much into it. I watch I've watched all of campaign 1 for Critical Role, which is like 130 episodes, all of them at least 3 or 4 hours long. So I'm like I've almost watched like 70 episodes of campaign 2. I'm just getting into campaign 3. Like I'm heavy into D&D. I love it. So, but yeah, I mean, Drist is definitely a part of it. In a lot of ways, he's kind of the iconic like edgelord character, because like, yeah, he's a dark elf. He's got 2 scimitars. And he kicks people in the head and throws a panther on them and shit. Like, it's without any of that kind of stuff, it is very much kind of like a Mary Sue type character with just goofy shit. But I love him. He's cool. He's a cool dude. He's like a good guy or whatever, which plays against the typical dark elf drow shit where they're usually evil or what have you. So that, I think that's kind of part of why he gained popularity, is like he's edgy and cool and whatever, but also he's a good guy. So if you are interested, I recommend the Dark Elf trilogy is pretty good and kind of gives you a lot of background for the character. But if you don't care about like his past, you can just start with the Icewind Dale trilogy. And I think that's much stronger, because it's not necessarily about like, oh, how did this edgy guy get his cool swords? But or whatever, but like or how did he get so good with swords or whatever. But the Icewind Dale trilogy tells its own story that's cool. I think they do a shitty retelling of the Icewind Dale trilogy story in the new Dark Alliance game, the one that they tried to make into one of those like Loot Fest Forever games. The game kind of sucks, not gonna lie, but it can be kind of fun. All right, anyway. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. I know what I'm doing. This is my first stream. Leave me alone. But yeah, that's a fun little rabbit hole to dive into. I think there's some cool shit. I think Drist is a cool guy. You wanted to be a little guy, and you were. You were such a good little guy with such a big group. Oh, yeah, Jazz, don't worry. We're going to run our different version of the combat, because it can get kind of bogged down in a lot of shit if you play with like the actual combat rules, especially at low levels. Because there will be characters that are like, I run up to the guy and swing, and then you miss, and then you have to wait for like an hour for everyone else's turn, and then finally it's your turn again, and it's like, ugh, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna run our custom combat. Yeah, it's all right. we can talk about nonsense for a while. We got ads. It's ads. I knew the ads were coming, so we're not talking about anything crazy yet. I want to dive into Capricorn's Gold Dragonborn Cleric, though. That's awesome. I fucking love that. Because, yeah, Jazz and I did have our... we did have personal D&D minis made. I think I have them in my office right now. I mean, I know I do, because I have all of our stuff in boxes. But, yeah, our cake toppers were me and my wife as D&D characters in... whatever. I lost the thought. But yeah, anyway, our cake toppers were my wife and I in D&D mini form. Very cool, very fun. I don't know if they'd really show up on camera, but I have a few that I've painted that I really enjoy how they came out. As a matter of fact, I have a Dristowarden that I've painted that I really enjoy how he came out. Yeah, those meds are making my brain all kinds of floaty. Because I got pretty heavy into the painting of the minis, which you kind of don't have to do anymore. I think a lot of places will either paint them for you, or you can buy them pre-painted, or like will print them in the right colors or whatever. Like I think Hero Forge prints them in color now, which is really cool. Hero Forge, if you don't know, is a place you can go and like mess with their software and stuff and get a mini printed for you. Yeah, it's basically just 3D printed, so it's not like the craziest best quality or anything, but it's really cool to go through their options and make a mini that perfectly represents your character as opposed to one that's just close enough. So, you didn't beat the rain, you have to paint the windowsills on Sunday. Oh no. I didn't know it was raining. That's cool. I love rain. Did you miss me? Did you, man? You know we did. How's it going, buddy? How you doing? Welcome. And also welcome back from the ads, Capricorn. That sounds awesome. That your gold dragonborn cleric sounds fucking cool. I would love to, like, it depends on how long I'm able to like keep interest in D&D, but I think it would be really really fun to actually run a campaign or at least a one shot for some of you guys and have you guys join in and like stream that or something. I know a lot of people who do it. One of my I don't want to say friends because I don't want to overstep boundaries, but one of my a person that I know that I interact with a lot on Twitter, his name is Jesse, and he does not only does he do amazing cosplay with his wife, he's a super nice guy, whatever, but he's also done some live streams where he'll, take some fans on and do a one shot. So I think that'd be really fun to do. Oh my god, my eye is itchy. Everybody finally resynced with your time zone. Your vacation was awesome, by the way. Well, awesome, dude. I'm glad. And I'm glad you resynced with the time zone. Fuck jet lag. Your vacation seemingly coincided with my impromptu one, where where I haven't streamed in a week because I've been busy and packing and taking down all my decorations and shit. So, yeah. That's fun. Welcome back, Digiman. You bring some wild character voices. Dude, that was my favorite part. Low-key, like, my favorite part about, like, running D&D as opposed to just playing D&D as a character, like, running it as the Dungeon Master, means I get to embody all the fun, weird characters that they run into. And I remember going off the walls with it. There's some characters that, like, that are Kenku, which are, like, these little crow people, basically raven people, and one of their things is they can basically only speak through mimicry, so only sounds and words and phrases that they've heard. You played a Kenku. You played it pretty well too. It was mostly mute until like you had heard the right thing. I really liked your Kenku. That was Iki. I liked Iki. But I played one that was just a merchant that had like mismatched phrases from other people like complaining about their prices and stuff, and like would use those interstitched with each other to like say a full thing. So it would just be like, oh my god, 40 gold for a thing, that's great, that's good. And it would just meld into these other voices because it's based on mimicry. It's really really fun. I've played a lot of Goliaths that the party have loved just because they sound big and dumb and scary, but I like to give them a heart of gold because I think that's fun. Mall of America is freaking amazing. Highly recommend it, dude. I'd love to check that out. I've never been. I don't really know what that is actually. What is Mall of America? Is it like the biggest mall in America? It's in Bloomington, Minnesota. Located in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area. The mall lies southeast of the... Okay, I don't need to read all that. Largest mall in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, awesome. Kind of reminds you of a thing that Doug did. Yeah, he did it with chat, though, right? Like, because I'm talking, like, have you guys join me in, like, a Discord call and play it that way. But I think he did it somehow with chat. I don't know how the fuck his worked. Doug's crazy, man. I love his content and all that, but like I don't know how to code, so I can't do any of the shit he does. It's not, it's comfortable, Doug. Character tried to adopt a Kenku once after we killed its friends. Yo! Why would you kill its friends? That's so mean. It'd be like that though. One of my favorite things is like, because my party, rarely, I would say, would my friends want to play characters that just kill stuff to kill stuff. So more often than not, they would like wipe out most of an encampment of whatever the fuck, kobolds, goblins, whatever, and then want to befriend the last one. Unless I made it like some kind of crazy, spooky undead thing. But yeah, especially in Bard Time Stories, the podcast that I ran, there was like a werewolf den at one point, and y'all fucking killed everything and cleared it out except for one wolf that one of the characters really wanted to just adopt. So it was a very difficult animal handling check, but I like saying yes to all of that kind of weird stuff, because when the fuck else are you gonna get to adopt a wolf? So I know there's a lot of DMs out there that are like, oh, but the rules say you gotta do this, and realistically this wouldn't happen, and blah blah blah. But like, we're just having fun, man. Chill out. So, you'd love to do cam. You're not allowed to have Discord until you're 18. I see. I did not know you were under 18. That does make things very difficult. Nobody would let you Kenku kill stuff. I know, that was a problem in Bard Time Stories too. You'd make a small character, and then all of the other characters would like baby your character too much to the point where you couldn't do what you wanted to do. So we actually had to have like some out of game discussions with our friends about that and be like, hey, stop grabbing Jazz's character. I know physically your character is stronger and could do that, but like, nah, stop it. Here's something about werewolves. You love werewolves. Dude, Digiman, fucking hard same. I think there's been werewolves involved in every campaign I've run so far. Just because of the fact that I love werewolves so much. There's actually a couple of ways to play as a werewolf in D&D too. A couple official ways, which is fun. So yeah, I fucking love werewolves, and any chance I get to incorporate werewolves into my games, I fucking do. Can you drink on a Wednesday? Is that cool? Yeah. No one's gonna stop you. They're just words on a screen. They can't stop you. I can't stop you either. I'm just a guy. You're gonna hit me with your car later. But yeah, did you, man? I know you've talked about how you've thought about D&D, but I think you decided it wasn't really for you. But if you like werewolves, I could play D&D with you. I love werewolves. Need your muscles to relax. You do. You deserve to chill and sit for a sec. I know there's a lot of stuff that still needs done, but just chill for a sec. It's cool. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just I'm just hanging out on the internet with my friends. You don't need me claiming you're gonna drink and then hit me with a car on the internet. It's fine. It's the meme. Everybody knows it's the meme. Everybody knows. He's literally just a guy. Hit him with your car. Everyone knows it's a meme. You're fine. Bet werewolves give amazing hugs. You know who I know gives amazing hugs? Me, first of all. I give good hugs. I give wet hugs because I'm a sweaty guy. Maybe not good then. I don't know. But one of the characters in Baldur's Gate 3, which if we ever get to playing a video game today, is what we're going to play. She gives good hugs. She's great. D&D is for whale blubber mashed into corn salad anteaters. I see. My wife wanted to eat corn earlier. I saw that in the chat. I forgot to say something about it. She should have corn, though. Corn salad. I was going to say, we do have corn in the fridge. You can just, like, microwave it or whatever. Corn salad. She's making... We made kind of some makeshift elotes for our friends last weekend, I guess. Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Not enough corn for corn salad, I see. So she's been craving corn and the sauce that we made for it for a while. They were real elote, were they? I thought we had like a white person recipe. I don't know, because we didn't have tahini. So you need tahini for elotes. You gotta. Dude, I fucking love candy corn. Thanks for that gift, Tangy Pop. Appreciate that. Candy corn is delicious. I don't know what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. Candy corn is good. I are corn salad. Corn salad. Yummy, yummy. This town hides the tahini from you. You just gotta go to one of the carnicerias. They probably have it in like these big ass jars. Circus peanuts? Tangy Pop? You're stretching it, bud. I don't think we want circus peanuts in here. No circus peanuts, please. No thank you. Candy corn is in your top 3 candies you can only get during Halloween. I'd say that's a good place for them. I don't know what else is in that list, though. I guess the little candy pumpkins. That's just candy corn, though, with extra pumpkin. That's like the whole candy corn. What are the only other ones you get? I guess, oh yeah, the like Reese's cups that are shaped like pumpkins or ghosts. What else? What else can you only get during Halloween? Frankenberry? That's a cereal. You love circus peanuts? No circus peanuts. They're bad. How you feel about Swedish fish? pumpkin mallow things. Yeah, the pumpkin ones are good. Those chocolate candy corns can fuck up. I've never heard of that. That sounds fucking terrible. What is that? What is a chocolate candy corn? Brax Harvest candy corn, 11-ounce bag. Only $3.90 from Blair Candy Company, and I can get it by August 31st. Harvest corn. Fuck you. Fuck you, Harvest corn. You fucking bitch. You don't know about Colorado, but over here you'd be surprised how many candies are only available during the spooky season. Yeah, we have like a surprising amount of like dedicated candy stores that you can get most things at most times. Though like, yeah, like the Reese's seasonal ones you can only get during Halloween or whatever. Peanuts suck in general. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. Peanuts is good. Peanut butter is fucking god tier. We're doing an impromptu tier list, I guess. Peanut butter is fucking incredible. Put that shit on hamburger. It's awesome. Try it before you judge. But the circus peanuts are like those little marshmallow ones, and I just don't like them. I don't like the texture. It's a texture thing for me. Then you live in NYC now, so that might be different. Yeah, bro. You live in the Big Apple. I bet they have apples. You could probably find anything you want in New York City, including drugs. You want drugs? Oh my god, thank you so much. Why the fuck are my alerts being like that? Why are they doing this? Somebody who's good at computers, tell me why my alerts are doing this. Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Digiman. Capricorn, enjoy your sub, your emotes and shit. We'll get the fucking, it's gonna do the stab sound effect soon. I know it is. What is it? 20 gifted subs, what do you win? You get a kiss. You get a kiss from me right on your little forehead. There it is.
The Capricorn C has been gifted a sub by Digiman Twitch.
Beautiful.
Enjoy your stay.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check and see why that's such a delay on that. I don't know why that's being weird like that. I don't know. Anyway, I got a bean to eat because you gifted a sub. It's been a while since that happened, so. Bad. That's Band-Aid. That's used Band-Aid. Bad flavor. Bad time. Gross. Gross. No throwing up, please. I won't. I'll try. I'll promise. I promise. It'll be fine. Tangy Pop, thank you for the hydrate. I still have plenty of Monster left. Though I am trying to be careful. Again, new medication. Not trying to go ham. I'm just taking it easy. Anyway, Capricorn, see, I am sorry you're allergic to nuts. But are you allergic to D's? Got him. All right. You can tell my brain's not fully in a place where it's operating properly. You'll stand those orange marshmallow circus peanuts all day. Tangy Bob, you can have all of them. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not trying to incinerate all of them. You can have every single circus peanut that they make. I just don't want to have them. Yeah, circus peanuts I don't think contain any real peanut. But peanut butter, I think, not, you know, I'm not 100% sure, but I think is like mostly nut. They don't stay on the package anywhere. There's not room to write on the little shell. But I'm sorry. You're allergic to nuts, Capricorn. I'm also sorry I tried to get you with a D's nuts joke. I'm only a little sorry for that though, to be fair. I like D's nuts jokes. You knew it. That's fair. I'm very predictable. Jesus Christ, I just blanked. There was just nothing. I blue screened for a second. What the fuck happened? Holy shit. I think I just pulled a Mitch McConnell. What the fuck's going on? Where am I? I'm streaming. Hi. Fuck. Yeah, streaming on day one of my new brain meds is it's a very interesting experience. I feel super spacey. Um, Holy shit. No thoughts, head empty. God, my God, why is it like this? Everything's gone. Should we have a poll for new things in my new office? What would people want? What kind of... I mean, we definitely need to know, like, the size of the office and where we're moving before we start trying to decorate it. Though that could be fun to have you guys help me decorate my new office. Like the Doug video where he decorated his friend's new fucking room. You're allowed to think about the future. You are. Though I do think that means that my entire backdrop is going to just be fucking Fat Albert and Alone in the Dark posters. So we might want to be careful about that. letting Twitch chat decide how to decorate my office would be quite the interesting experience. I feel like Tangy Pop would absolutely just flood my office with Alone in the Dark merchandise. Somehow. Whatever even exists by then. It'll just be posters for the shitty Alone in the Dark movie. I don't know how he feels about that. Was that movie shitty? I have no idea. Probably. Oh, my desktop is Cyberpunk right now, which is reminding me of the crazy new update that's going to be coming to Cyberpunk soon that I'm also excited for. Sorry, my brain is just on free association mode just because I'm trying to, like, rebuild after completely rebooting. that was a weird experience. I think I'm losing it. These new meds sure are something. Yeah, the fucking Phantom Liberty update for Cyberpunk looks dope as hell. Anyway, Tangy Pop, you would find something weird. You'd put, like, Garfield paintings all over me or something. All over me? Not all over me. All over my room. Office. Can't call it a room. That makes it sound like I'm a child. Have to call it an office because I work in it. I did measure my office recently, though, because, yeah, I wanted to make sure that, like, whatever next place we get to is, like, got a similar sized office space to mine. And step one of my new office or whatever is to get a better fucking computer desk, dude. I don't hate my computer desk for sure, but it's so like I can shake it, you know? Like if I do that, like if I just push it, it shakes everything and I hate it. Possum wants Garfield painted on him, confirmed. Should I get a Garfield tattoo? I could get a Garfield tattoo. Talking about how much he loves lasagna and... Did you just hear my wife yell no? My wife doesn't want me to get a Garfield tattoo. Is she yelling at me from the other room? Only if it's on the bottom of my foot. Dude. Oh, fuck. If I'm ever going to get a tattoo on the bottom of my foot, it better be fucking worth it. And also, it better look really good when it's faded, because that shit fades fast. Hand and feet tattoos fade super duper quickly just because of, like, how much you walk or use your hands or use your feet or whatever. So, like, those are... Not only are they extremely painful, they don't last very long. So, then again, a tattoo that doesn't last very long is probably the best kind of Garfield tattoo. There's using your noggin. I want more tattoos, though. I want some cool shit. I got my ghost cat. I love my ghost cat tattoo a lot. It's very cute. What about on my left buttock? Mind butt cheek? Mind butt cheekin'? I don't know. I'd have to hold in all my farts that whole time. Or just fart on my tattoo art. That sounds... That sounds really difficult. Not gonna lie. That's a lot of... There's a lot of farts that could just happen, you know? Some that sneak up on you. Stop talking. You were the one that started talking about butt cheeks, fool. You can't just tell me to stop talking now. You got me on this butt cheek train, and we don't stop. There are no scheduled stops on the ass cheek train, okay? What could I get on my butt cheek, though? Like, what kind of tattoos would I get on the butt cheek? I'd get, like, a smiley face. I know it's, like, a classic. That's, like, a cliche for a butt cheek tattoo is to have, like, a little smiley face or whatever. But I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. That's a pretty good joke. I wouldn't want to get, like, a in-depth anything, because that would be terrible. Like a fucking portrait of somebody on my ass cheek. That'd be rough. That'd be bad. Don't tell my wife to do something. She's busy. She's probably playing Overwatch, actually. And drinking. Planning to hit me with her car later. I don't know. One tattoo that I really, really want is I would like to get the one on my arm up here covered up. Because I got this when I was really young. I can't even get all of it in frame. There we go. It is a werewolf. I really enjoy that part of that fact about it. But I got it when I was 17, maybe 18, and my dad did it. And he did all right, you know, for just being a dude in his kitchen. I think it was okay. And I liked it well enough, especially at the time. But I think I'd kind of like to get it covered up by like a real professionally done, really crazy tattoo of Blythe from Elden Ring. I think that would be fucking sick. Because he's kind of got the same like stature and vibe of a werewolf, so I think it could work. He could be in a similar pose with his royal greatsword and shit like that. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I'd like to get that kind of covered up in a way with that kind of shit. Why are you asking me about possums? It's my name. Don't wear it out. Jazz likes, yeah, no, she doesn't like Overwatch, especially not anymore. But she does play it religiously. It's Blythe, not Blythe. Those say the same thing to me. I just say it how he says it in the fucking game, man. You're not gonna gaslight me in this. He says Blythe. And then sometimes he goes, oh, because he's like part wolf or whatever. I don't know. And then he grabs the Elden Ring and fucking spins it around. I don't know. Never played the game before. There's no proof of me having ever played that game. And then another one I want to get for sure, and especially now that it's more fresh on my mind, is I do want to get probably a couple tattoos dedicated to Critical Role, because that was kind of my entry point to Dungeons and Dragons and led to like what apparently is a lifetime fixation on the hobby and the game, because even when I thought I was done, they pulled me right back in. But there's a few characters in Critical Role that mean a whole lot to me, just personally, because of the arc they took and that kind of stuff. So I'd like to get one to represent Vax from Critical Role, and one to represent Mollymock from Critical Role. Which, I don't know if you guys can see them that well. The purple is Mollymock. I don't have a picture of Vax because it's up there and it's way out of frame. But speaking of that, fuck, if anyone's interested at all in Critical Role, I highly recommend the Legend of Vox Machina, and the Legend of Vox Machina cartoon. It's fucking fantastic. You don't get all the simping for Blythe. He honestly looks kind of dirty and crusty. Blythe is my boy. And my love for him comes from the love of his character more so than his design. His design's very cool, and very crusty and gruff and whatever the fuck. But yeah, everyone in Elden Ring's crusty. That's true. But also, a lot of the simping for his design comes from the fact that it's very reminiscent of Berserk, and people fucking love Berserk. Like Possum's nose. My nose is crusty. I did have a big ass zit on my nose, and I think there's still the hole there. You can see. I also have a big ass zit down here that. Anyway, my love for Blythe comes more so from like his story and his connection to Rani and the lore and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. He doesn't look that crusty here. Let me see this. He doesn't look that crusty. He looks a little fucked up, especially because he's like closing the one eye and he's got a little bit of shit going on his snout. But like, that's a good armor. The cloak's fucking awesome. I love that. Like this, the gnarled, wispy looking cloak. I don't know. I love him. And there's a lot of great fucking fan art of him. Hold on, can we see some? Well, I mean, I wasn't necessarily talking about art for Affinity, but there's that. We need to be careful with what we show there. I can't just show furry porn on stream, man. You love Anthro Wolves to death, but he ain't it, Chief. I mean, I don't know. I like his design a lot, especially in like shit like this. I think that looks cool. Where's... Oh, this one is pretty iconic. I know this is like much more stylized than he is, but like that's very cool looking. Okay, that one just has his penis out. We gotta get out of here, man. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful Googling this shit, I guess, because my God. Some of these just have him with his little wolf dick out, and I can't show that on Twitch. I think most fan art of him looks better than his official art. Fair enough. I don't know, man. I'm a big werewolf guy, and he's not necessarily a werewolf. Like, I guess he is a wolf. He's a beast, for sure. I keep safe search off. Why you're not surprised? I keep safe search off because I can't be fucked to be dealing with anything they determine to be not safe search worthy or whatever. Like, I need to... It's not because I'm looking up porn on Google. I have better places to search for porn. But, like... But if I'm Googling something, then I'd rather just have, like, this unfiltered list of everything so I can just determine what I'm looking at, you know? I'm married. That doesn't mean anything. I can be married all I want. I can look at porn. Don't fucking come for me. Don't come for my marriage. But yeah, I fucking love Blythe. And honestly, like, fucking, what else, man? We got slim pickings when it comes to werewolves in video games. Like, the Skyrim werewolf looks like shit. Like, it's almost fine. It's not good at all. How was our anniversary? It was pretty good. I don't remember what we did this year exactly. Our anniversary is on May 18th. But yeah. We got there's such slim pickings for werewolves in fucking video games, dude. Like, video game right before your birthday. Oh, hell yeah, dude. We got the one from Skyrim. The one from Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood looks really good. It's such a shame that that game is not good at all. I really wish Werewolf the Apocalypse had a game that was more similar to Vampire the Masquerade, because it's based in the same world. But Vampire the Masquerade has this like really cool in-depth RPG where you can explore things and talk to people and blah blah blah. And Werewolf the Apocalypse just gets a pretty shitty PS3 style game where you fucking kill people as a werewolf. And it's like, it's fine. It's fine for being like a mindless whatever game, and it was only like $30 or whatever. But like, man, does it bum me out that that's one of like the biggest werewolf games we have in media. Because even in some of these other ones, like you can turn into a werewolf in fucking YMS Wants a Word With Me. I don't know what that means. I don't know who that is. But you can like turn into a werewolf in Skyrim, or you can find a werewolf in Dragon Age or whatever. And it's like, whatever, man. That doesn't... Now I'm just bummed that we don't have cool werewolf games. What is this list? The Quarry and 9 other must-play werewolf video games. Fucking, we're reading that. I don't know. We're reading this list. The Quarry is cool. I like the werewolf design in it. It's much more similar to like a Wendigo or something, which makes sense because it's, you know, Until Dawn. The design for it has a lot to be desired. But the game's fun itself. We never finished it on stream. Do you guys want me to finish it on stream? Let me know in the comments below. What the fuck am I talking about? Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery. That one, I don't think that one counts, to be fair, because it's a point and click game. So you play as a werewolf in the same way you play as a fucking mouse cursor. Like, I don't know. It's cool though. I should play that one at some point. Gabriel Knight 2 specifically, because apparently it has a lot of interesting like bi representation and also werewolves, and I fucking love that as a bi fan of werewolves. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. You can be a werewolf in that? Hold on. Can you guys hear it? Probably. The hell is this? What the fuck? Why does he look like Scrappy Doo? Hold on. He looks like fucking Scrappy Doo from the Scooby-Doo movie, dude. That's rough. Oh my god. Oh, he's like mutated or something. I see. After all, there are benefits to the... Shut up. Wait, whoa. We're not fucking scrolling past that. Why have we spelled werewolf this way? Hold the fuck on. Incorrect, sir. There's no A in werewolf. I'll be waiting for you, Cornell. You're not the type that would lay down and die. Bah. Okay, so you can't play as a werewolf in this game. There is one werewolf enemy in this game. God, the pickings for werewolves in video games is so fucking slim. Why? Yeah, they like to work in warehouses. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, and the Skyrim one, it's close. It's a little too slender for me, and I think that's because it came out in like the Twilight-ish era, where it was supposed to be like, I don't know, more sinewy. I don't know. It looks a little bit more like a hairless rat or something. I don't know. It doesn't scream wolf enough to me. So, I don't know. It's the best one I think that we have, unfortunately, as far as like character you create that can become a werewolf. I think Skyrim's the best we got until they eventually, maybe, perhaps, decide to make another Elder Scrolls game. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Totally using that as a joke in a video. Hell yeah. Make a video about Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. I'll watch it. Wolf Among Us. That's my, like... This is the like, Wolfman design is kind of what I call these ones. And I'm not the biggest fan of these. Like, it just doesn't scream werewolf to me. It just screams hairy dude. And that's a different thing. That's a bear. We already have a name for that. So... I don't know. Wolf Among Us seems interesting. I'm not a dude who's super into like the Telltale games, just because like I get bored easily. Turns out I actually do have ADHD, so fucking yeah. Blood of the Werewolf, that game honestly kind of sucks. An ode to throwback 2D platform games. Shut the fuck up. It's like a not great indie platformer. Like, it's not, I don't know. I've played this game because, of course I did. It has werewolf in the title. I fucking search that shit on Steam and buy everything. But, like, I don't know. It's just not great. And this is the werewolf design. If your werewolf runs on all fours, that's just a wolf. I'm sorry. It's not a werewolf. I mean, Bloodborne's just a fucking phenomenal game. I don't really... like, there are beasts. It's hard to call that a werewolf to me too. Bloodborne's fucking fantastic, and I'd love to play it on stream at some point, because I'd like to play a lot more of the Soulsborne games on stream. But yeah, it's hard to call that a werewolf. The Order 1886 is kind of getting its flowers lately. It's a game that I don't know if anyone really remembers. I'm sure Digiman remembers when this game came out. People fucking hated it because it was too much like a movie and it was too short. People fucking hated this game, and I enjoyed it for the most part. Again, not a big fan of this like weird hairless design for the werewolves. It's fine. But you own a copy? I also own a copy. I bought it brand new when it came out. And I enjoyed it because I mean I'm a PlayStation guy, but I grew up playing the Gears of War series, so if you mention third-person cover-based shooter to me, I'm gonna have to try it. But a lot of people are coming more around to this game and being like, yeah, if you get it for a good price, it's worth a playthrough because it's got some interesting ideas. The graphics still really hold up, which for being a fucking 8-year-old game, that's really impressive. So yeah, you don't review games in the middle of a series you think it's stupid when people do that. Either start at the beginning or don't bother. That's weird. I think you can review whatever game the fucking you want. Werewolves Within is not a werewolf game. It's Mafia with a werewolf skin. It's just a hidden role game. You're just playing Mafia. It's fine. This kind of shit bugs me, and I know it doesn't bug anybody else. This is just a stupid me thing. Because, like, when you say that Werewolves Within is this whatever werewolf game, then a lot of people will run and be like, oh, then Werewolves Within the movie is one of the best video game movies, and it's about werewolves and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, man, but it's just kind of a shitty hidden role comedy movie. I don't know. It bugs me in a weird way because, like, I'm sure the movie's funny. I'm sure the movie's interesting. But, and then, like, I'm sure the game is okay. But you can just play it with cards, man. You can just fucking... You can play it with literal playing cards. You don't even need the fucking PSVR to do this shit. It's just a hidden role game. Kind of off topic, but it has dogs and wolves in it. Have you ever heard of Wobble Dogs? I think I have. Let me look that up. Wobble Dogs. Yeah, I've looked at this. It's not a horror game, but you can create horrors. Interesting. I'm not too... fussed with just playing horror games or whatever anymore. That was a much bigger part of my branding when I had a lot of the, like, horror stuff, but I'm trying to branch out and play whatever I want. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? This looks weird as hell. I'm super into it, though. Is that like a Tamagotchi? What do you mean? What? Flora effects. Why are you engineering his gut biome? What the fuck? Okay. That's... That's interesting. It's also $20 though. Holy but Jesus. Sorry, $20 is a lot of money to me right now. As a guy with no dollars. Well, no, that seems interesting. I'll definitely put it on the maybe list. We'll check it out at some point. In that game, God will judge the sins you make, but his sins will outweigh your own. Does he stay in heaven for he too fears what he has created? Werewolf the Apocalypse, Heart of the Forest. Looks like a text adventure. Is it a text adventure? It's a visual novel RPG. Yeah, that's a text-based game. And that's it? That's all you got? Fuck this list. When was it made? When did they make this list? When did you make this list? And who made it? Jake D? Jake D's nuts. Sorry. Sorry, Jake D. You don't deserve that. You made it about a year ago. Okay, cool. It's a virtual pet sim. You've been plenty of silly little goobers. Hell yeah, I love silly little goobers. I am one, so big fan. That sounds fun, though. $20 is a lot. Are we just scrolling through shit now? Is this is just what I do, typically. So I'll just scroll through shit. But I am waiting for the Elden Ring DLC. Here's 5 games to keep an eye on. Play mobile games. I could do that. We're actually coming up on the end of the stream, and I didn't end up playing any games, so that's fine. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to play some weird mobile games. I don't know how to capture those. I guess there's an emulator for that. There's an emulator for everything. Werewolf mobile games are plentiful. They're low effort trash, but plentiful. I don't want low effort trash. The only low effort trash I want is my streams, baby. All right. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. What the fuck is this? From the creators of the Souls-like Ashen. First trailer, game show. Okay, I don't know how to read. Wheel of Random Games, turn. Where it lands, we shall soon learn. That could be fun. You should do a video about those. You could. You could also, not. Those are your 2 options. Pick one. Pick one now. Blasphemous 2. I should play the first Blasphemous. At some point. I played through a little bit of it at one point, but whoops. Yeah, I should play through more of Blasphemous. I enjoyed my time with it, but anyway, Lords of the Fallen. They already made this game. Uh, they already made a game called Lords of the Fallen. I'm excited for this one though. Lords of the Fallen looks fun. The weird mortgage guy sent you a gif of a guy doing the weighing options motion and said, "Send me the other rate and quote, and we can compare." Dude, fuck that. That fucking weirdo didn't get your email right, doesn't understand what type of loan we're looking for, and didn't listen to you when you talked to him for like an hour. Fuck that weird guy. We're going with a different mortgage lender. That's crazy. That's insane. I don't know what the fuck's going on with all of that shit. But yeah, he, like, to confirm a thing, he sent Jazz, like, "This is your email address, right?" And it was something completely off that dude just made the fuck up. And, oh, it wasn't even the guy you had figured out? Fuck! I'm getting scared by mortgage lenders. Just some other weirdo. Fuck that then. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I want to play Lords of the Fallen, though. It looks cool. It looks very bleak and very, I mean, obviously Souls-like, but, you know, in its own way. It looks cool. I enjoyed parts of the original Lords of the Fallen. It was a little bit weird for me, and that was definitely before, like, the Soulsborne style of game really clicked in my head after I beat Elden Ring. But, yeah, this one's looks like it has more going on. I can vibe with it. Lies of P-ness. Seems interesting. I played the demo for it and I kind of didn't like it. There was something about the delay to some of my button presses that didn't feel good yet. And I'm sure it's something they can like narrow down on with like the actual full release of the game or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure I'll play it because I think it's coming to Game Pass. So I'll probably give this one a shot. It looks interesting. It's about Pinocchio. Looks a lot like Bloodborne. Like a lot like Bloodborne. But yeah, I could fuck with that one. Especially since, like, this list is interesting because we don't have any kind of information about DLC for Elden Ring. They announced it, and then they were like, "Okay, fuck off, we're gonna go make Armored Core 6. Bye." And that's all we've heard. I guess Armored Core 6 comes out, like, tomorrow, though, so that could be cool. Hollow Knight Silksong. I haven't played the first Hollow Knight. Is it good? I've heard it's good. I should play it. It's got a little bug. It's about little bugs. I'm getting too lost in this shit. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm getting too lost in these fucking lists of shit from Screen Rant. I'm just reacting to the pictures and saying my own thing. That's fine, though, I guess. At least I'm not stealing their content. Big brain move. I'm not like XQC. I don't steal people's content. Haha. I just barely make content. You know how it is. You know, it's really fun. Spreading glue on your hands and then sticking them together and then holding them there like that for a while and then slowly pulling them apart. That's really fun. You know what else is really fun? Playing Baldur's Gate 3, which I've been threatening to do since the beginning of the stream, and we never did. Whoops. It's alright, though. Making videos about random media you find at stores or online. I like that. I think that's fun. It's hard to find like a good one for that though. A lot of times, at least where I live, because sometimes you'll like, I've thought about that before. Like I've been heavily inspired by like people like PBG and Brutal Moose and stuff to do stuff like that before, but like finding that kind of like media that's interesting enough to talk about. And actually physically finding it are very hard things to do when you live in a very small town. So that's gotten much more difficult for me, which is why I now just live stream and I don't make videos. I should make videos though. I talked about that at the beginning of the stream, pretty much your whole channel. Yeah. I'm probably going to start moving a little bit more towards, videos for YouTube, just because of the fact that the move is going to be really stressful. It's going to put a lot of stuff in flux, and including things like the internet. So like after we move and get settled in and stuff, like we're gonna get internet as fast as we can because we both need it for our jobs. But like it might be a minute, so I might not be able to stream and make live content like this I may have to resort to making a script and filming and then editing and then uploading from like Starbucks or something, you know? So, anyway, pretty sure 99% of the gaming community has never heard of the series you're covering next. Is it Pete's Quest? I bet it's Pete's Quest. Pete's Quest 6. That's what I think it is. I can't believe we went this whole stream without playing a game. That's fun though. I've just been talking this whole time. That's how you know I'm good at what I do, baby. I don't need a video game to bounce off of. I got fucking me. I'm smart and cool and interesting. Moraf's Revenge? It's called 5 Spots. 5 Spots. Is it a big fish game? Because I found a 5 Spots big fish game. Is it a mobile game? I see. Well then. I'll be interested in seeing what you have to say about that. Because that doesn't look like anything. That looks like a Find the Difference game. What in the fuck is Moraf's Revenge? This looks sick. Yo, Tangy Pop, hold up. What the hell is this? This looks awesome. This looks like fucking, was it Gorp? Is it Gorp? You are likely to be eaten by Gru. What is that game? Fuck. What's the game called? Not the monster. Zork. I was close. Zork. Anyway, let's go back. The thing we're looking at looks like Zork. This looks like Zork. But with like a little bit of a UI. How do you know so many old games, Tangy Pop? What the hell? It did 10 points. You did 53 points. I want you for U.S. Army. Whoa, what the fuck? A level 15 giant armadillo is attacking. What the fuck? A level 1 centipede is attacking. What the fuck does that got to do with the army? What the hell is this? Oh my god. I fucking love games like that. Like, what is this, dude? What is this? What the fuck? The poison druggie? Jesus Christ. You can't just call a creature that in your fucking RPG. What is this shit? You find greater American dollars. Hey, what? These can be traded for real currency at any bank. Okay, this isn't even the one. This isn't even Moraf's Revenge. That's fucking Dungeons of the Unforgiven. That's a whole different game. And here's a video of somebody playing Moraf's Revenge. And also, Guy. Here, you guys can't see that. Hold up. Oh god, that's a whole video. I don't want to steal this guy's content. Hold up. Let's go back. I just want to open the image. There we go. That's what I wanted. Moraf's Revenge is the first game released by Steve Moraf, who made a bunch of DOS shareware games. Nowadays, he makes Mahjong games. Not actual Mahjong, the tile matching version instead. Oh, this was a speed run. 8 hours? 32 minutes, 15 seconds? Okay, you killed it. Hit return. You know Moraf's Revenge because you yourself are old. Did you know Steve Moraf? What is he getting revenge for? I don't think you can just call a game revenge if you're not avenging things. Oh, there's Moraf's World. There we go. Yo, hell yeah, dude. What the hell is this? What the fuck? We found some interesting shit here. Moraf's Mahjong. There we go. Yeah, he does make Mahjong games. Moraf just makes shit. He just does shit. Moraf's World. There's a fucking mummy. And some shit. And a robot? A dwarf or something? A gnome? Off-brand heavy? Off-brand a lot of things. Why are their legs so small? Why are you drawing them with such small legs? I love this. I love this meatwad looking motherfucker too. I know that's from Dungeons of the Unforgiven, I guess. Oh, it's also a Moraf game. Moraf's Dungeon of the Unforgiven. He drew this meatwad looking motherfucker. Moraph made this game with the poison druggie and the American money. What is this fucking UI, dude? Press 1 to prep spells. View money. View stats. Cast spell. Expand map. But the X is the fucking... Okay, Y. EXP needed. That should be the X. Just XP needed. Okay. Options. Dig tunnel. Fight lose. Item. You don't get to... There's no hotkey for item. You have to click that. Armor. Weapons. Zoom. Pockets help graphics quit. Use item. Oh, is this lose item as one thing? I don't know. Wait. Hold on. Either way, it doesn't make sense. Because if it's lose item, you could have just made it drop item, and that would have made sense. If they're two separate things, and lose is a command, what the fuck does that mean? Alright, anyway, we've gotten way off topic. I was trying to wrap up so that we could raid somebody. Here's Moraph's Escapade. Isn't it Excapade? Shouldn't it be Excapade? I don't know. That looks like fucking Lode Runner. Do you just rip off Lode Runner? Who the fuck is Steve Moraph? And why has he made such weird games? That's not what hands look like. That's not... You could have just used a picture... You didn't even need to use a picture of a hand. You could have just shown what the buttons do. What? What the fuck? Alright, nobody buy any off-brand shit from Moraph. What the fuck? There's a werewolf. Full circle, baby. Werewolves in video games. Make a video about those games. That means I'd have to play them. Oh, here we go. We got games similar to Moraph's World. Fucking Christ. Fucking Christ, dude. You ever want to fight a clip art PNG with shoes in a fucking multicolor hallway? There you go, buddy. Moraph's Dungeons of the Unforgiven is the game for you. Fuck. Alright, well now that we all have that in our brains, we can go ahead and take a look and see if we can raid somebody. I can't believe we filled the whole stream with such bullshit. We got a lot of friends playing stuff. Oh. The person who, the artist who did, like, my rebrand and my little guy down here and my, fucking emotes is currently streaming. I might want to send some love over their way. I didn't know they were still streaming. That's awesome. Yeah, let's head that way. They're just streaming some art, but they're fantastic. I think they're talking about a book that they wrote for stuff or whatever. And they have a lot of cool art. So yeah, I'm going to send love over their way to thank them for all of the graphics they've done for us, because they're fantastic. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow, probably at 4:30. And I don't know what we're playing. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Outside of that, where are my buttons? Where are my buttons? There it is. Moraph's Revenge. Just realized I got a Tumblr. You're gonna follow me there. I appreciate that. I'm not super active on Tumblr, but yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know how Tumblr works, honestly. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow. We probably won't be playing Moraph's Revenge, but I appreciate it. I appreciate that thought. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. You guys are amazing and lovely and beautiful and cool, and I'll see you all again later. Bye.